We do know that there were 72 passengers and 4 crew members on board that flight. And we know that the pilot and the co-pilot are dead, and the FDNY has responded along with the Port Authority, and we're waiting to see more from the NTSB about what really went wrong. But from preliminary sort of air traffic control audio transcripts and also from sort of flight radar and other sources, we understand that a fire truck was responding to a United Airlines plane that was talking about a sickly smell in the cabin, and the fire truck was crossing the runway to respond to that aircraft. And it sort of crossed the runway at the same time as this so the Air Canada Express operated by Jazz Aviation was touching down at LaGuardia at that exact moment, and essentially on the intersection of the taxiway and the runway, the plane collided with the fire truck. And we understand that essentially that caused, obviously the plane to wear off. And if you look at images from the crash, the front section of the plane was demolished. It was a regional jet, and that front of the plane was demolished in that incident.
Given what's happening with the airports with TSA, does any of this have to do with a shortage of staff anywhere in the airport infrastructure?
So this isn't obviously TSA. TSA handles the security into the airport, but this also does sort of point to the air traffic control system. And we had a sort of scrutiny of the air traffic control system after the DCA crash last January, and essentially that sort of brought light onto the fact that there's major staffing issues with the ATC controllers, and there's a sort of bottleneck of HTC controllers going through the pipeline. And so that is part of President Trump's plan to modernize and sort of vitalize the air traffic control system of the country. Secretary Duffy has been talking about how the government is working on this massive plan to upgrade and modernize air traffic control. And controllers are obviously a key part of that modernization.
Do we, at this very early stage, preliminary stage, do we know what went wrong here at LaGuardia? Is it ATC? Is it the pilots? Is it the truck driver?
It looks like it was air traffic control, but because, we have audio of the air traffic controller saying that I messed up, but likely that was because of just they were dealing with an emergency situation.
Yep.
They're also dealing with various things happening all at the same time. And so we don't yet know what really went wrong. We still don't know where the breakdown in communication happened. At the same time, we did hear audio of the controller trying to tell the truck driver to stop, but it was unfortunately too late.
And at this point, all flights have been suspended. This happened late last night, Sunday night. So they're suspended for all of this morning. They will resume operations later on today, though, right?
We haven't. So at the moment, they're closed until 2 p.m., but we're looking to see when those actually resume.
All right, if that's not bad enough for the Metro New York air traffic, some issues over at my home away from home, Newark. What's going on there?
So there was a brief suspension of flights into and out of Newark because there was essentially an incident with a burning smell from one of the air traffic controller towers from the elevators, and so therefore they had to sort of evacuate the air traffic control staff from the tower, and that's again sort of indicative of the challenges the air traffic control system has to deal with, the fact that they have aging infrastructure and they need to sort of upgrade all those systems.
Is there a plan to do that? We talk about it a lot, seemingly every time there's a disaster. Is there something in front of Congress that's going to earmark $1 gajillion to upgrade the U.S.?
There is. It is a plan that's underway at the moment. There's a company called Peraton that's handling the air traffic control modernization. At the same time, there's also the need to modernize the actual physical towers and modernize the infrastructure, not just the air traffic controlling system. We previously talked about how there was copper cables that were connecting air traffic controllers, and we had those outages in Newark where the cable just disconnected. And so they are trying to do multiple things at the same time, but at the same time, it's a very difficult system to overhaul, and obviously it's been around for so many years. There's legacy systems that go back 40, 50 years.